Gender issues. Freedom is the ability to have liberty and independence within a society and yourself. Everyone has the freedom to express themselves in different ways. This may either be through values, morals, religion, beliefs, or many more. In relation, sexuality and gender is one of these ways that most of us cannot accept. People have been stronger in showing their true selves. Sexually, there are those that end up with the same sex. For love today does not just have the concept of loving the opposite. In terms of gender, it is common to see people wear clothing that does not fit for their sex. Women wear baggy pants and men wear short shorts, expressing themselves physically. There is no need to be interested in the same sex to support LGBT. LGBT is a community that advocates the rights of its members. The lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and transgenders should not be treated differently, for they are still considered to be humans. Although they are all to be the same, being who they are has caused the following issues. One of the most trending shootings today involved a gay bar in Texas. Due to this incident, 3 innocent people were injured. Violence against homosexuals has increased, and this has become a life-threatening issue. Nobody knows exactly why, but gay bars have become a common target for shootings. In addition, these attacks have been practiced in the past. To get married to someone is basically giving up and being alone and looking for a part of your happiness in someone else. A lot of countries do not accept the thought of having same-sex marriage, for they think that it is impractical. In the Philippines, it is illegal to do such. People deserve happiness, but President Duterte believes that it is violating the law as a Catholic. In a family, there is the father, mother, and their children. It is not common to see a family containing 2 fathers and a daughter. It has been attached to people's minds that the concept of a family will remain the same. This has led to the issue of limited happiness, wherein members of the LGBT are not given the right to spend their life with the family that they want. The spread of HIV and AIDS is nearly impossible if the sexual intercourse of a pair is safe. Sexual intercourse has become an issue that cannot be fully put on the shoulders of the LGBT members. Lesbians and gays have been blamed for the increase of HIV and AIDS in our community, and it is said that men-to-men intercourse is the source of this active virus. Whether a woman dresses up as a man or is interested in the same sex, it does not take their rights away as a woman. It is true that women today are not treated equally. The women of our world deserve to be treated the same way as the other women are treated too. This issue has become a big deal because the looks or interests of a person does not change the rights of a human. So what if a man wears a full face of makeup or a woman wears tons of bandages to flatten her chest? Our society today does not appreciate the idea of having men becoming women or vice versa. They do not agree with men falling for men and women falling for women. Transgenders and transsexuals have the freedom to accept themselves as a human being. They have the right to be who they are. Nobody deserves to be sexually harassed in any way. I'm not trying to say that only LGBT members are a victim to this, but there are common people to be affected by it. Sexual harassment is a serious issue, and people who cause this issue should not use gender and sex as a reason as to why they did such act. The members of LGBT should not be ashamed of being a part of the community. A lesbian and a gay man are still human. The opportunities that men and women receive does not have to change because being transgender or transsexual does not affect the ability of someone. Unequal opportunities is unfair for the side of LGBT members. The people should not be belittled for how they present themselves, for the way they express differs from the way they can produce. In line with same-sex marriage, arranged marriages are off the line. Love is not a feeling that can be forced. To love someone that you barely want to love is something that should not be accepted. LGBT members have issues of being forced to love the opposite sex. But what is the use of marrying someone that you do not have feelings for? People have the right to love who they want to. It is not like there are selected people to marry. To be used as a slave is bad enough. Human trafficking among trans people is common, and it is an issue that we cannot fix. There are lesbians and gays that are paid to do sexual-related actions for the satisfaction of others. LGBT members deserve respect for themselves and for their own body. To be paid or not, the members of the community should not be used for such idea. The thought of lesbians and gays being weaker than men and women has caused the increase of domestic violence. The way people see transgenders and transsexuals is very low, so people think they have the right to hurt them in any way. Being a part of the LGBT community does not mean that you are below others. Everyone is equal in many ways, so domestic violence should not be practiced. Pornography is for the satisfaction and entertainment of other people, and members of the community do not deserve to be showed off like that. People should have respect for everyone's body. To be used for porn is a great issue, for it has violated the privacy of the person, showing how unethical this practice is. Pornography is not just for show, it can destroy one's reputation and life. Discrimination in general should not be used when we focus on the sex and genders of people. Yes, we all have our differences, but this should not be used as an excuse to divide ourselves. We may not all be a part of the LGBT, but we are still one, and we should not judge one another because we are all different in our ways. Discrimination is an issue that can isolate people, and this should not be tolerated. Finally, the patriarchal system has affected the LGBT community. It is said that the men of the house are the ones that should control the family. As mentioned earlier, discrimination should not be tolerated. The gays, for example, should not be forced to be manly. Anyone can have the position of being the leader. Women should not be belittled because they can be as good as men, maybe even better. The issues I have mentioned are just some of the most obvious ones. As hard as it gets, the members and supporters never give up on fighting for the rights of transgenders and transsexuals. Also, the community raises awareness for its members by having annual parades to showcase the importance of the community. In this, people gather promoting rainbows as a symbol of LGBT. Not everyone has accepted the idea of welcoming the trans with open arms. I, for one, believe that the LGBT community truly deserves better. Being transgender or transsexual does not make us different from being human. Everyone has the right to be free, being who they want to be. All in all, these gender issues may be difficult to surpass, but once it is over, the best is yet to come.